Well, it's been 4 long years since the last Paris Airshow, but we're back here at Le Bourget for the world's largest gathering of the aerospace community, and we're ready for takeoff. Back in 2019, advanced air mobility was almost still science fiction. Sustainability was an issue on the horizon, order books were packed, production rates stepping up, and business was booming. COVID changed all that. And as the gates open at Le Bourget tomorrow for the 54th edition of the show, the agenda is changing too. Sustainability is key. A supply chain crisis is delaying delivery schedules and hampering maintenance, staffing and performance. But there's also plenty to look out for. We'll be highlighting the debutants that will be flying in. Airbus will be carrying out a flyby of its long-range narrow-body, the A321XLR, launched at the last Paris Airshow and now in flight test mode. The 4,700 nautical mile aircraft is powered by the fuel-efficient CFM LEAP 1A engines, much to the delight of CFM's president, Gal Mayhurst.
We were the first one flying the very first flight of the XLR. And on the order book, we've received orders for 55% of the orders on the XLR. So we are very proud to be the leading engine for this program. I would say for us, it's what is bringing a lot of value is that the existing engine, the LEAP that you know already, is exactly the same that will power the XLR. There have been no changes required, even to achieve the 34,000 pounds of thrust that might be required at some point on this program. The same bill of material, it's just a power management thing. Telling the computer to push the engine to 34,000, that's it. And so it's exciting. It's exciting to know that we've been able to design an engine from day one that has the capability to power new generation airplane like the XLR.
And there'll be plenty of airlines in too to look at the aircraft on the static. Boeing is welcoming Saudi Arabia's new national carrier Riyadh Air with a full livery on its 787-9 Dreamliner, an appreciation perhaps of the recent multi-billion-dollar order.
And of course, one of the great things with the Paris Air Show is the noise, as you can hear now, especially when it's the defence industry. We're on the KC-390 for a quick run around the display area on a trial flight here. But there's a lot more with defence.
There's a great array of military hardware on display, from the legacy US Corral through to future combat aircraft from Europe. This week, expect to hear a lot about missiles as defence manufacturers offer solutions to the threat of hypersonic missiles or kamikaze drone attacks. And for a less threatening environment, the focus on advanced air mobility has come on apace. A joint venture was announced today between the world's largest electric motor manufacturer, Japan's Nidec Corporation, and Embraer to develop electric motors for the aerospace industry, starting modestly with the eVTOLs, but with plans to develop to regional turboprop size. Eve, however, was named as the venture's first customer. Voltero was also busy today unveiling the first Casio 330, a 4-seat electric hybrid aircraft which will fly later this year, powered by a Kawasaki Motors thermal engine derived from a top-of-the-range motorcycle product. The plan is for almost silent all-electric takeoff and landing before switching to hybrid power for flights longer than 150 kilometers. So stick with us this week as we address the other issues like the supply chain challenge and also the industry's drive towards a carbon net zero by 2050. And we'll find out too how Paris is aiding the industry to find solutions to the skills shortages and develop a diverse future talent. So it's all going to happen tomorrow. And I tell you what, it's going to be a lot busier than it is today when the hundreds of thousands of visitors come along for the VIP opening. So make sure you join us as well tomorrow when we bring you the latest from the show.